This is the color Fuck No. Ah, those words come out of my mouth a lot. Hi everybody, welcome back to Pavonine Studios Beauty and Art. My name is Amy. Today is going to be a really fun day, I think. I recently purchased 2 palettes from a local store, and this is they don't know that I'm doing this little review. They don't know who I am. I went into their store for the first time the other day. I'm super excited about it because I love supporting local businesses, and especially local businesses that are owned by women, and this one is. So today's video is going to focus on the palettes, the eyeshadow palettes. There are 2 of them from the Malicious Women Company. And this is a local store, and they do candles and they do tank tops, and I'm wearing their old tank top today. Right now we're going to get into the eyeshadow palettes. So I have 2 of them. I have the Pure Fuckery palette. I also have the personal shit show. That's a little hard to say. These are so much fun. I saw these in the window several months ago and wanted them then, but of course quarantine, and so there was no going into any store at that time. Their stuff is just it's so much fun because it's so irreverent and brutal, and I don't know, there's just something about it that's fun. So this is the Personal Shit Show palette. This is the Pure Fuckery palette. I'm not sure the colors are coming off on film quite as I don't know, intense as they are in real life. I'm never sure about that with my lighting and stuff, and I don't really even know what I'm going to do today. I haven't decided yet. There's something about the Pure Fuckery palette that I really am drawn to, at least today, and I will probably do more than one look and insert pictures with either the other palette or just other looks that I do with these 2 palettes. These lovely ladies don't know who I am. They don't know that I'm doing this. They didn't ask me to do this. I bought these with my own money. These are $34 each, and I will link their website, Instagram, etc. below so that you can go check out some of their stuff, because I went a little crazy. I bought these 2 palettes and a candle and some little tea lights and some wax melts, and yeah, so I went a little nuts. I'm going to start out, of course, by priming my eyes. My hair, what is going on with my hair? It's a wild thing today. Okay, so I am going to start with priming my eyes. As per usual, I'm using the Revolution Pro Eye Primer in the shade Central. I've been liking this primer. It sets down to a nice, not too sticky, kind of velvety feel to it. I'm first gonna go into the shade Fuck It. Oh, I love the names of these. I try to keep the swearing down on my channel a little bit, but you know, mostly I have a pretty foul mouth. Sorry, not sorry. And I have not played with these other than to just swatch them a little bit on my hand, just to kind of test out colors. But this particular color, so far, blending effortlessly. I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going into the color Fuck You, and I'm going to go right over that with a little bit more emphasis in the crease. This is kind of a soft pinky rose color. Really pretty, really pretty. And honestly, I could have gone in with this first. So there's some kick up in the pan. If that bothers you, then you know, sorry about that. Doesn't really bother me. I think I'm gonna stick with kind of a pink, purple, and bronze kind of thing going on here. Maybe with a little bit of brown. There's a nice brown in here. I'm gonna go into the color You're Fucked. And again, same brush, just a little bit more focus in that crease. I honestly, so far, feel like I could have gone in with this shade as well, just right off the bat, because it's blending out really pretty, really effortlessly. Seems to have really nice pigment. Kind of blow that out on the sides here a little bit. This is the color that I was most excited about, or was drawn to first. It's called Zero Fucks, and it's the really pretty purple. This is a warm purple, not a cool purple. And I'm using a little bit smaller of a brush and really focusing in that. That is really pretty. So I'm going to put a little bit more of that primer down that I used before. And I'm focusing it mostly right here in the center. Yeah, I think that'll do. And I'm gonna wipe off my brush here just on my towel and use that same flat brush. This is the color Fuck No. Ah, those words come out of my mouth a lot. So I am going to pick that up. And we're gonna, oh yeah. And this is dry. This is I haven't sprayed my brush or anything. This is the thing. It's like, I don't understand why you can go to the store, whatever store, and you buy an eyeshadow palette and it's crap. It doesn't have to be crap. It's easy. I don't know if it's easy, but it's possible to make really beautiful eyeshadows, and they don't have to cost you an arm and a leg. And you know the brands we're talking about here. We're talking about Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath, and to be fair, I have not used any Pat McGrath shades or eyeshadows, but they're expensive. Those palettes they're expensive. That's really pretty. You know what I'm going to do, though, just for shits and giggles? I am going to spray my brush a little here, and I'm going to pick up a little more and let's just see what it does here. I'm not sure that made that much difference. It was so good going down the first time. I think I'm going to pick up the dark brown. I'm just going to use that same brush that I used for the purple, clean it off a little. And this is called Wasted Fucks. And boy, don't we all have those in our lives. It's like, why did I give a fuck about that? What was the point of that? That's a nice brown. The other thing is that these seem to be layering really nice, which is good because it's pretty frustrating to buy a palette or eyeshadow and then you think you're going to layer it and build it up and all that, and it just doesn't work. I'm going to dip into the other, or I'm going to look in the other palette and see what other colors are in it and see if there's anything I want to add from that palette into this eye look. But so far, yeah, I'm liking this guy. Okay, just for fun, I'm going to go into the color Bald Tires from the Personal Shit Show palette. And this is a blacker, more of a charcoal gray, I think would be a better assessment. And I just wanted to see what I didn't have to do this, of course, but that's nice. So I'm just gonna take my finger and go into the shade Fuck All Y'all, and we're just gonna tap that right in the center, just for a little extra punch. This is a really pretty color. A little more glittery, which is why I'm doing this. Okay, yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna grab another brush and I'm gonna go back into that purple, the Zero Fucks. And this is a little bit, it's small, but it's kind of fluffy. So I just want to kind of reestablish that purple. Not that it really went anywhere, which is super nice, but I just want to make sure everything's nice and blended. Although I've had no issues so far with patchiness or anything like that. So clean off my brush a little and then just kind of go around the edges here. So I'm going to tight line with the chocolate eyeliner from ckery Cosmetics. And I am going to make a little wing today with my Flash Cat Eye Infallible. This is from L'Oreal. Let's see if I can do this on camera. I never do this, or almost never do this on camera, so we'll see how it goes. Before I go and make my wing, I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit. Okay, so those are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Winged liner is a challenge, and I haven't been doing it that long, so I've been doing my makeup for damn near 40 years. But winged liner is a new thing for me. It's a whole new animal. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there because if you do winged liner, you know how it is. You're better off just to kind of stop while you're ahead before your wing gets out of control. So I'm gonna use the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. I've been enjoying this. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure that it's all that much better than some other mascaras that I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up there's not really that much fallout from those eyeshadows, which is really nice. And I am going to do the rest of my face. I'm actually going to film another Mix It Monday, I think, and I will be back when I get that done, and I'll have lashes on and so forth, and we'll discuss the palette a little bit further. But so far, I really like it. I mean, I've only used it the one time, but I will insert some pictures and let you know, if anything changes or anything. Once I've used these palettes a little bit more, I'll let you know. But so far, they blend beautifully. They're nicely pigmented, but they're not crazy. They're not difficult, because a lot of times when you get a palette and it's got lots and lots of pigment, you think this is fabulous, and then it's a bitch to blend out. So I'm going to do that. I am going to go and put on the rest of my face, my eyelashes, and so forth, and I will be back. Hi guys, I'm back, and I've got the rest of my face on, and I will be sure and link the Mix It Monday where I mixed 2 foundations and put them on my face just to see what the results are. The eyeshadow palette is, I'm sold. I'm in love. I really like how my eyes turned out today, and they're just, I don't know, they're pretty, they're smoky, they're purple, and I am wearing the Kiss eyelashes in the style Velvet, and they're kind of a lot for me. They feel pretty heavy, so I'm not sure how much I'll be wearing those, but I wanted to share. Hi guys, I thought I'd just go ahead and check in and let you know how my eyeshadow has worn for the last 8 hours. As far as I can tell, this eyeshadow has not budged, and that's saying something in my opinion. So let's see, let me just get myself situated here. So once again, I'm wearing the Pure Fuckery palette from Malicious Women Company. As far as I can tell, it looks just like I put it on, and I hope that's coming across to you guys as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on it's not a very long limb here, but I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that those palettes, or at least that palette, I have yet to try the other one, they get a 2 thumbs up from me. And I honestly, I can't think of anything else that I need to say about them. They're beautiful, and are they a palette that I needed? Of course not. They're not a palette I needed. I've got a million palettes, but I love supporting local businesses and women-owned businesses, and that was at least 50% of my reason for buying the palettes. That, and the fact that I thought they just looked beautiful. I love the way that they blended out, and the way that they layered, and the metallic that I used on my lid. It was really, really pretty. And so overall, I am satisfied. $34. I will go ahead and link their website, etc., so that you can have a look yourself, and at some of their other products as well. And I think that's going to do it for this eyeshadow check-in. Bye guys. Yeah, I think that is about it for the eyeballs, but I'm really liking the way my eyes look today, and I'm super excited about trying some of the other colors in these palettes. And for my bottom lash line, I use the color IDGAF, I don't give a fuck, which is this really pretty this really pretty kind of purpley brown, and really, really pretty. That's all I have on my lower lash line. And then I went in for my inner corner, which is not something that I do real often, with this color right here, which is So Many Fucks. So it's a really pretty sort of duochrome kind of thing going on. And let me zoom you in just a little bit so you can see my not very professional eyeshadow skills here. But hopefully you can see that inner corner color. And I'm super excited about both of these palettes, and I can hardly wait to do more looks. Makes me wish I had more eyeballs. Not really, but you know what I mean. And again, I will link all of the information for the Malicious Women Company down below. They sell candles and tank tops and tea lights and makeup. They've got a whole set of lippies, matte lippies, which I didn't purchase, but I'm thinking about it. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me today. I'm glad you spent some time with me. I had fun playing in the makeup today. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video, which is usually 2 to 3 times a week. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.